Is that in South America?
No.
And German lady, are you a fan? What streams? Okay, no. Here's my question: did you get kicked out of RDA?
I am not okay. I don't consider myself RDA. I am like Hello Starlight. I'm
Like
Starlight.
you
Shut the fuck up. I'm sick of
no,
you
let me talk. Just let me fucking talk.
Stop interrupting
muted.
everybody.
She's
Let's just talk
muted.
once at a time.
Running around from stream to stream, acting like you have been abused and brutalized by the RDA, which is bullshit.
You act like they're harmless trolls. I'm sick of you defending them.
are.
Like Gutter. I'm like Republican Ash. Ash, you
Yeah?
don't know what's going on. I'm in their Discord. I like to jump on streams, but I'm not RDA.
Oh, so you aren't in their Discord? You are still in their Discord. That's kind of what I meant.
To me, RDA is like a group of 20 people or 15 to 20 people. The rest is like associates. That's what I think. Cosmic
Interesting.
Yeah, there's the people who are on air people. That's probably what you were referring to, the 20 to 15 people. And then the rest of them, they're RDA. The people in the Discord and the chat, they're definitely RDA. But then there's satellite people. There's satellite, people will mix up. They'll probably try to call Casper RDA.
But do you still get along with those people, or was there a falling out with you guys?
It is, yeah. Well, I like some people. I don't like. You cannot get along with everyone. That's how it is. But if I was that unliked, I would have been kicked a long time ago.
Are you saying that because you're German, they don't like you? Is this racism?
Yeah, Ray.
Race? No, I heard that you said you were gonna dox somebody, and people didn't like that.
How you bring that up? Listen, I don't really want to talk about it, but because when I talk about it, that person gets mad at me again, and it gets over and over again. Let's not bring this up. I apologize.
It was just one person.
Let's not bring that up.
I want to say that when German said something like that, you thought that Crab was way more capable or malicious than she actually was, right? You weren't.
I don't really want to talk about. I don't really. I moved on from that whole stuff.
German, the RDA is split on German lady for sure. It is definitely some people love her, some people really don't like her at all.
Yep. But I'm not going to run.
What about you, Cosmic? What do you think about German lady?
I like her, but I know that her future isn't. I know what's going to happen.
I've had enough with the bullying, with the harassment that's going on.
Because it's what I've said it, and this is the same thing with David Walsh. And maybe just remember this, HB, because you have a show and you curate some friends in a group. Just remember this. I'm sorry, Jeremy. You've heard me say this 100 times. Anybody who either morally high grounds or virtue signals or says you're not funny at any point will not last. Like they're too sensitive or they don't think you're funny. Like if let's say Cosmic Cam's been doing the show 3 days and it's good. You don't know me, but it's good. We're kicking it. And then one day you say something that I don't think is funny. I go, HB, I just come on here because the chat's good. I honestly don't think you're even that funny, bro. Like, that person, even if in a week they go, I'm sorry, bro, I've been going through stuff, this Rona, I was drunk. That I don't care what they say, Sam. HB, I don't care what they say, HB. Well, Sam's like that. It's because I was thinking of Sam when I said that. No matter what they say, HB, that person doesn't really like you or doesn't really think you're funny. And he's gonna do that again. You're gonna hurt his feelings again, and you're gonna be in the same, you're kind of been stale the last few weeks, bud. They're eventually gonna do that. And anybody who ever does this either, whoa, did you make a Mexican joke at me, HB? Nah, that's racist. I think you go a little too. So, look, HB, you're funny, bro. I like 80% of the things you do, but I'd say 20% of the time you go a little too far from me, bud.
Yeah, I know. You're doing gay ops. I get it. You're hanging out with Dee Dee Dugan and full on drama. We're so scared. Yeah, great. Good for you. I'm sure they love you too, right?
homophobe, fucking woman.
I'm sure all the
Like those people will not last because that's how they feel. And I
Are
know what
you saying-
German lady thinks that we go too far. I know she thinks some of our humor goes too far. It's too misogynistic, making fun of a woman's weight or making fun of her ability.
That's
to
not appropriate.
That's not. Well,
Homophobe,
she's like, that's,
I'm sure
it's not. Well, she's like, that's not appropriate, and she genuinely feels that way. Lady, you've made friends over here. You're trying to maintain I think you're trying to maintain something more social than being on with us or being on air. I think you made friends and acquaintances and relationships that you like, and you're trying to maintain those. But I think that she doesn't like us. I think she thinks we go too far, and you virtue signaled on us, and and I'm not saying anything personal about German lady host, but what I'm saying is, nobody we hang out with and nobody who lasts the test of time ever did that. Nobody. And everybody who did do that ended up going away eventually. Their feelings either got too hurt or they really did think you're boring.
Enough is enough.
I think
If
you should
anyone
save
from
this for your
RDA
panel.
is fucking with me, they have to deal with the consequences. I had enough with these fucks. I'm at the push to the point where I have to defend myself.
And they got too bored,
I will not. I'm a person. I float around YouTube. I was in many communities. I get bored after a while, and I will move on. I'm not. I will not be in a year from now. I will not be probably. I will probably elsewhere. That's how I am. I was on many. I sometimes I look around. I mean, I'm not really. I float around communities.
Why? What happens? Do you burn bridges and then have to move on to somewhere else?
Now, everybody wanted to know about the German lady, and the German lady, number one, let's fact check the German lady. That's why the German lady, I went on a YouTube channel, and on a Valentine's Day, New Year's Eve, and I was on the channel, and I called into a show, baby, I changed, I said, you are the German lady. And I brought her to these streets. But when I brought her to these streets, I got dragged because they said, who is this white lady coming in to these streets, disrespecting the culture? So one person that were telling me that, let me take my shades off, was Bless Watkins. Bless Watkins said, why would you allow her on the show? That ain't funny. I'm offended. I don't like that.
Can I get bites and points? No.
Because I have still people from other communities who come to my channel. So
she was making fun of black people, all these black content creators, and I went off on her. And
I always keep contacts, but I like to see new stuff. I kind of get bored after a while too.
She have already had in her spirit that Bless Watkins feel that German lady just don't see it for blacks.
Cool. I can still go up there and talk about them and go. I'm still sometimes jump on streams even on there, but I'm just.
And it's not that she don't like black people; it's that she thinks she's better than black people. That's even. Baby, that's in the same, but I feel what you're saying, but I kept her off my platform for a very long time. I kept her off.
Not really. I'm kind of, it's the same old. So I'm kind of moved on. I watch them with one eye, but not really that passionate that I was before.
She's speaking, she don't, listen, she's a totally different person. This person that y'all see, German lady, all that, that's a character for us black folks that she in this sector. She in a whole other sector. She don't even mention an inkling of black.
Did you believe those communities after you doxed people?
No, I have never.
I feel like there's more to the story I've heard from her past, but yeah, whatever, German lady.
I have never doxed.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's wrong with German lady's current predicament. I talked about this. She heard me. She's in a bad position where she's way too sensitive for us, and she's way too raunchy for the true crime girls. Like I hear her on the true crime channels, and a couple of jokes that would kill with us. Like if she said it right now with us two, we'd be like laughing. But with those house moms, they're a little bit like, You know, like, and then with us, she's like, German lady wants to be in a community where she gets to set the bar of what's appropriate and not appropriate. Because I don't know, she has a weird line of what's appropriate and not appropriate. So
yeah, I'm confused by that. How can you live?
How can you be so funny and sensitive too? It's weird.
Yes, what's up?
I'm only sensitive when I feel personally attacked.
Yeah, and we all do, but you should be able to move past that.
Listen, I will not say names, but there are many of you guys are sensitive with certain things. I don't really want to name guys because tomorrow I will be
interesting.
But some people listen. Some of the guys are sensitive. So not only the women, even though some women even cried on Discord and stuff.
Wow.
That's not. I have never heard a guy cry, but some of the guys are sensitive.
But you wish you can make a guy cry.
Oh, I'm not like that. I'm not.
No. Wait, so you're saying that guys messaged you and said, German lady, when you made that joke about me, it made me very sad.
No, not this has nothing to do with me.
Ghostbusters is not believing what you're saying, German. I think
So you were saying that Ross was sensitive because Jarva, I don't know what she said about him, but she doesn't like Ross.
An example, there are a couple of examples that I've witnessed. The guys were sometimes sensitive, and even you sometimes, Cosmic, were like, oh, now they're all mad at me because I made Jamie cry and this and that. It's not like you all are tough guys like that. And just because women like we get hold to a different style, we have to we're still human beings. I have the right to feel bad for a person, but I cannot tell you at the same time where your boundaries are or what your moral standards are. But let's not act that I'm the only sensitive person.
It's definitely way different than what you're saying.
Because
you can't give one example of what you do and compare it to us. Yes, we can get. Well, go ahead.
That's sensitive. I would have run. I would have cried. I would have quit a couple times.
Do you hear her voice right now? But you're right.
Because I don't think that I'm as sensitive as you make me out to be.
Okay.
But would somebody who's not sensitive threaten to dox people or
shut the fuck up or deal with the consequences? I have info on Crab Apple.
Whatever you threatened.
You force me to tell the story, and if I tell the story,
well, you said you're not sensitive, and you're saying though, why would you seek, vengeance on something that you don't care about?
But Hostbusters, if I tell the story again, this person will. I moved on from this.
All right. Well, then don't tell the story
tomorrow and post pictures of me again. I want this to end. That's why I'm not want to talk about it. I was threatening that person because she I don't want.
Posted a meme about you that you didn't like.
Not only a meme. It's many things. But listen now, Mr. Cardinal. How will your husband feel if I call your local police and the police officer knocks on your door and asks? Now I'm getting in trouble because that person will go on tomorrow because you brought that shit up. I want to move on from that. Trial. I will move on from that. See now you're causing trouble.
Is that right?
That person stalked me around.
They stalked you?
Yeah.
Well, that's a different story. I mean, if somebody's stalking you, I'm not against defensive doxing. If somebody's actually trying to stalk you, fuck them, you know?
Now you want to bring me up, and now I'm getting, tomorrow I will, thanks to you, I have to.
You're welcome.
Have that woman post pictures of me again and doing all that kind of stuff that I thought is I moved on from. Thank you.
But do you hear how you're reacting? Do you not see how your reaction feeds into that at all?
I had I was so mad.
Because you're sensitive.
That I had to threaten her to dox her to get her off my back, and I want that person off my back. I want that person to stop with her weirdness.
So yes, the answer to your question, husband. Yes,
listen, that person got checked by moderators the other day. Even you know, if I would have done that to Cynthia, those pictures of Cynthia like that, or Gutter, you would pile on me and
do you see how she's talking? You're still living in it. You're still resentful about it, German. The fact that you keep saying that's what I'm saying. Every time German lady goes, no, when I was on trial, I go, then she's still not over it. Is she still bringing that up all the time? Get over it. God, you are sensitive.
That is not,
I know your feelings are still hurt. Your feelings are not hurt, but they are hurt. I get it. That's fine.
That has nothing to do with feelings or hurt. But when it gets into your personal life, when our pictures are getting digged out there that I've never even posted online, what would you do? What would you do?
Wait, how did they get these pictures if they've never been online?
You think they did that? You think they did that? You think the person that we're talking about did that? You think they had the capability of finding that information?
He was sending these pictures around. Helen did not get these pictures by himself.
So it wasn't Helen. It wasn't Lemonade.
That person got
no names, please, because I don't want.
Okay, okay, hold on, German lady. Let's add the context.
Well, what does it rhyme with?
Let's add that.
You opened Pandora's box because I wanted to move on from that since the trial. I moved on from that, but you had to bring this whole doxing bullshit on.
What's interesting?
No, it's bullshit. It's not true.
You know what's interesting?
I was never on a doxer or anything. I wanted her to scare her and get her off my back because she wouldn't stop with her stuff.
So you wanted? Okay, so it was just an empty threat.
You will be starting again. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so it was an empty threat.
This is kind of the weird.
I have never doxed anyone.
There's a real big piece of nuance here that she's leaving out.
Okay.
So she's being. I'm almost certain this is what happened. So she is claiming foul. This person that she doesn't want to be named isn't dropping just memes. She's dropping pictures I've never posted myself. Now the context of that, because that's why I asked her directly, do you think that person's doing it? And she goes, yes, but she's not adding the rest of that. She goes, yes, it's people from a community that I was in before who's feeding her this information, and she's harassing me with these pictures.
Yes,
it's people from a community that I was in before who's feeding her this information, and she's harassing me with these pictures.
Yes.
Flashback.
Wait, how did they get these pictures if they've never been online?
You think they did that? You think they did that? You think the person that we're talking about did that? You think they had the capability of finding that information?
He was sending these pictures around.
End of flashback. It's people from a community that I was in before who's feeding her this information, and she's harassing me with these pictures.
Yes.
Several months later.
How would they lift? I don't understand.
They got pictures from me that I never posted on the internet. How is that possible? How is that possible?
No, the picture that he posted was on YouTube. It was.
But it's information and it kind of goes back to Hostbusters' like first or second question about your history. See, that's what I'm saying. Her history is a little murkier and darker than she was trying to let it seem earlier. And this question kind of goes back to around, because somebody in our community is kind of messing with you with pictures. They're not dropping your personal information. They're not dropping your address or your real name, just these pictures of you. And it's because they got it from people that, I don't know what you did to these people, German lady, but you did something, and they want to follow you around and harass you because you're kind of sensitive, and it works on you. If you just ignored them, they probably wouldn't do it as much.
I did something to them when they did something to me.
Yeah, because see, so her past and her history, she was trying to say. Hold on, Hostbusters. Just remember, when you asked her about her past, she said, "I just kind of got bored and liked to look around on YouTube." Now it's going well. Jimmy, because you're being Jimmy.
You don't let me talk.
Because I see right through you. Go ahead, sweetie. I like you, German lady.
What is worse, threatening something to dogs or digging in someone's life?
Several months later.
Sunshine, today I got your IP address. Why is your IP address the same as?
A few minutes later.
And then they invited people from the Den Discord in their server. And one of the guys they invited from the Den server in their Discord is my fucking plant. And he grabbed a bunch of IP addresses, and I get infos on you motherfuckers.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Well, Mr. Cardinal, How will your husband feel if I call your local police and the police officer knocks on your door and asks, what is worse? What is really worse?
That's a good question. They're both bad.
What is worse? Because I've never doxed that person. I threatened because I
Who
was
are you
very
talking about? The
mad
person
at
that
her.
won't be named, or the person who gave the person that?
And I will not do
Who are
anything
you
to that
speaking
person.
about?
I just
The person?
want to stop. I want this to stop because I don't feel that there is no need to digging in my past
Damsel in distress.
videos or whatever.
Ghostbusters save her.
What's the point?
What did they dig up that was so bad?
Nothing yet.
Oh.
I don't like the pictures that she makes and this and that. That's not normal to me. I wouldn't do that. I don't see what's the purposes of that.
Here's what happened. Here's the reality though.
And she did not do it.
If
only
that person
in
that
our
she doesn't want to
Discord,
name-
she did it in many discords. She
I know,
dropped
draw a scary picture, but this is the reality. That person that she doesn't want to name in Discord, she could have got a full dossier where she went to school, what she did for work, her name, address, her past address, her parents' name, her parents' address. She could have got that full dossier, pictures, everything. That person that she doesn't want to name would have looked through all that stuff and been like, weird. Oh, look at these pictures. Let's post these pictures. Like, she's not ever gonna, like, this person that you're afraid of is never gonna, like, I'm good night. She hasn't done it yet. Like, it's coming, guys. No, it's not coming. Even if she had all that information on you, she posted your pictures because it's meme material. Because it's meme material.
That
and
there's
it's funny.
like a connection
And you're making yourself this big, you're doing it right now. You're making yourself this big victim and this big potential damsel in distress. Just leave, German lady. You're too sensitive.
Nah, that has nothing to do with that. You cannot tell me how I react when a person does it, and my reaction was to threaten her with doxing.
Okay, I guess this women just don't understand. It's a woman thing.
I will not dox her. I promise that I will not do it, but I hope she will leave me alone because I have I have not really done anything to her like that. I don't see.
Threatened her hackers. So
is this a women thing or a German thing?
A woman thing, I think. It's definitely a woman thing. Well, no, German lady, you're despised by men too. So no, German lady's just a little too sensitive. That's all it is. Sensitive.
That's the confusing part.
Yeah, you can't. She, German lady, you bust balls like black dudes in the hood. You really do. You're good at. You're good at playing the dozens. But no, I think those memes you made about Jamie were too far. It's like, oh no, you can't be that person.
Oh
too.
no! Did you say that, German lady?
You don't get to say the memes and fat jokes go too far, but you can also bust balls with the best of them. Like, German lady, I love you. You let me down.
What would happen if let's count the ladies that go on camera? Gutter.
Not you.
Cheese. If I make screenshots of Cheese where she make her look very, very bad and put it in the RDA Discord tomorrow, what would happen?
Because Cheese is more of a spectator. She doesn't bust balls like you do.
Yeah, but
you want to be one of the boys, but the difference is they are actually girls. You want to be one of the boys, and when you get tackled, you start crying. That's what it is,
Jamie. I'm one of the girls too.
German lady?
I'm one of the girls too.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Because
you're right about that.
You're
one of the girls.
I'll go and defend Cheese if I would put bad pictures of her in Discord. But this is just an example. But and I give credit to some moderators. They checked her because she sometimes still brings me up, that woman, and some moderators check her for that, and because I'm a part of the Discord. Why get I get treated like an enemy, which I'm not? Just because I was on a couple of streams with Jamie, that doesn't mean that I'm partnering up with her. We are not on speaking terms anymore at all.
Yeah, what happened to that?
And I'm just hoping that I can move on from this, and the woman can move on from this. I will not do any harm on her. I promise. She has nothing to fear from me. Just leave it alone. Let it go. I'm not no threat to her at all.
But what? Wait, you're not a threat to who?
if she thinks she runs me away, I will not run away from the Discord, and I will keep on going on streams. Deal with it.
Who, Lemonade?
No, I'm not talking about Limonade.
Who are you talking about?
We don't have to get rid of you. You'll cycle yourself out. That's what it goes back to my original. Whenever you brought me up, and my original point was these people never last. Your behavior won't last. I've seen you. I've seen a lot of German ladies. German lady, you're not gonna make it. We're gonna hurt your feelings too much one day, and you're gonna say enough's enough. I'm not coming back. That's what will happen. We don't have to kick you out, sweetie.
Listen.
How long are you thinking? Like another 6 months? How long are you thinking? Like another 6 months?
Several months later.
Enough is enough.
I think
If
you should
anyone
save
from
this for your
RDA
panel.
is talking with me, they have to deal with the consequences. I had enough with these fucks. I'm at the push to the point where I have to defend myself.
Maybe.
If it happens, it happens. You know, I'm not depending on. I'm
Then he
not
needs to go too far.
depending on my life.
But don't you think you'd be happier in life if you could take people's jokes?
It's not jokes, though. It's not
She wants to be the
jokes.
funniest one in the room.
Yeah, but if you they're not jokes. Are you just saying that because they're about you?
The things that bother me is behind the scenes stuff. It's not on air jokes that pisses me off. That has nothing to do that I cannot take a joke or it's too much. No, not at all. And I think I explained it, what my problem was or is, and that's the only real thing that is my problem.
And
the Jews.
And this happened in your previous community that you claimed you got bored of, but you have these people coming around doxing you and trying to feed information to us about you. So you did. So I'm saying it's something about you, German lady. You can't be Jamie. At some point, you have to recognize it's something I'm doing. It's something about me. I'm off-putting at some point, and I don't know.
Tell you why. No, let me tell you why. Now you're bringing up a past community. There was a prank call community, and people from another Discord.
Took a long time to get this story out, Hose. You kind of led with this question, and you're finally getting the answer.
I was coming up with another prank call, a big prank caller from the UK, and they had like a feud going on, and they didn't like me because I was partnering up with that person from the UK, and I was getting DDoSed and all kinds of shit.
Why did they do that to you?
Yeah, because I was partnering up with that person.
Okay.
He's like a prank caller from the UK. I'm still cool with him.
You did nothing.
These people from the Discord.
You originally told Hostbusters that you just kind of got bored and like to look around. That's a bit of a different. That's a bit of a different. What I'm saying.
Did we catch you in a lie?
No, I'm not. She's not lying. She's not lying. But it's the thing that you keep when you ask, what do you have against me? It's that you're kind of repainting history. You're kind of.
No, but yeah, I don't have to tell you all kinds of stuff. But I was still in that community, though. Even though the DDoSing went on, I'm still cool with the people over there. But I've just moved on. I still have my account over there in that community. I'm just not doing anything because I was bored. And then, and then I was in the African American beef sector, and I'm
so. You got German lady and with her lying ass. The bitch sat up there and lied through her fucking teeth. They said, have you ever said the N-word? She was like, no, I never say that. Bitch, you're a goddamn lie. I kept thinking Tracy looks better than this bitch.
Nothing to do with the people who came looking for you in our community. But yeah, fair enough.
Listen, if you get fucked,
it's a little bit different than boredom, but whatever you mean. You say tomato, I say tomato. Let's just say, German lady, you could be a little bit more.
Yeah, but Cosmic, that is. Do you want people to DDoS your internet and all kinds of stuff and fuck?
Yeah, I'd turn off my internet and wouldn't be a victim. I just turn it off. I just do this, and then that'd be the end of that. So I wouldn't go around being a damsel in distress everywhere.
I'm not going around. You asked me.
I'm not. Okay.
I'm not going around and telling these stories. You said, you had in a different community. I was not bringing that up. I'm not crying victim, but you bring it up. So
No, he asked a question about your past. Host asked the question.
I want to know what dirty, dark thing you did to get you exiled from these communities.
I was never exiled.
Thank you, Ghostbusters.
I was never exiled.
That's what we want to know.
That's what we want to know.
I could still renew my. You have to
So your account expired, is what you're telling me.
Can you let me talk?
I know. I'm muting the mic.
You don't have to mute, but just let me talk. Ghostbusters, I can give you all my accounts from that. It's still up there. I can renew my thing and stream on there. But it's not like YouTube. You have like 30 people or 40 people listening to your prank calls. It's different. And I had fun doing it, but I moved on from it. I'm still cool with prank callers from that community. But I moved on. I was not exiled. You cannot exile a person from a community. You really can't.
Wait, so are they still prank calling you? Do they ever prank you?
Oh, I'm in a whole different continent.
Yeah. Okay. So you left that continent because you were exiled from that community. That's pretty rough, I have to say. Is that what your point was?
I was never. Yeah, so now the hospital is zero.
You're saying you left Germany because they hated you so much?
Yeah, I was exiled everywhere.
That's rough. You got too much attitude?
No. I was in that Discord, but I was not really active. They didn't like me over there, and I was cool with a different person from another prank call show, and they were like enemies. They were like arch enemies. They fucked with each other really bad. The UK prank caller doxed and called like the wife of a person from that Discord. Well, Mr. Cardinal, how will your husband feel if I call your local police and the police officer knocks on your door and asks? They fucked with his parents, and that was like a really enemy kind of thing. And I switched sides basically and teamed kind of up with that UK prank caller. I was in his Discord from now on, and that's where I got in trouble.
Sad.
Yeah.
Do you feel bad about that?
No, because I don't want it to be around the people who really who have like really hackers in their ranks and stuff. And then they invited people from the Den Discord in their server. And one of the guys they invited from the Den server in their Discord is my fucking plant. And he grabbed a bunch of IP addresses, and I get infos on you motherfuckers.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do? They say if you hang out with the crocodile long enough, you're bound to get bit.
Yeah, but
don't they say that?
You learn from that stuff, and trust me, what you see around YouTube, there are communities who are really, really vicious and stuff. Yeah.
Would you describe yourself as vicious?
No, not like that.
No.
No, not like that.
Okay. Not like that. Are you,
no,
okay.
My mouth, sometimes my bark is vicious, but I'm not like, my actions are not that vicious.
Okay. I get what you're saying. I don't know if I...
To be fair, I don't think German lady will ever hire hackers or dox anybody. I don't think that's in her. I think she's just, a sensitive person trying to look for a community that just fits just right for her. And she'll find it one day.
And you don't think that community is RDA?
Nowhere near here? No, boy, no. No way.
What do you think that community is? Like a woman?
Maybe some sort of woman. I don't know. Because, like I said, I listened to her. She was on with Darling Nikki, Robbie, The Glare, and it was her. And Robbie and The Glare, they're guys, but it's just her jokes are just, they're a little bit not so raunchy as we are, and she is. And her jokes just missed the mark, just an inch. She goes a little, just an inch too
A
far.
little too much for them.
Normally she's a riot. Normally typically does pretty well in the true crime community, but she sees it and she knows what I'm saying. She sometimes goes over the mark a little bit with her something that would land with us, something that we would think is funny. That
They get all uncomfortable.
They're a little Facebook normie for. Yeah, I've seen it, German lady. Because she's funny. Because she's not a hen house mom. She's not a hen house mom going, I'm going to make a joke about Ryan Seacrest. You know, she actually can make a joke with a little bit of grit to it. I don't know where her community is. I think your call community was good. I think you fucked up. I don't know what you did, what dirty deed you did to exile yourself from that community. But I think that was actually the perfect community for you.
What happened with that community?
Let's get into it, German lady.
Why aren't you part of that community anymore?
You want to get rid of me, Hostbusters?
Why?
Oh, poor German lady. Don't. I just said that I don't think you did something that awful. Did you do something that awful?
Whoa.
I hope not.
No, I really don't.
But you see what we're doing to you, German lady? This is like why I just was quiet and I let you just ramble at the beginning. And this is why host is giving you like, what dirty thing did you do to exile yourself? It's because you started the story off with like, I just got bored and walked away. And then we learned you kind of got chased out. So we can, it's like a little kid. If I ask a little kid, hey, what did you eat before dinner? And he says, nothing. And then I found out, he tells me, like, okay, I ate a cookie. Well, then I'm going to assume you had like 5 cookies. And you're just getting to 1 cookie. Like, you can't blame us. That's why I told you, don't color history. Don't, like I said, I was telling you, while you were telling the story, I feel like there's some nuance and context being left out here. And then we had to run back to it. Now, tell us about that nuance and context. What did you do to piss these people off? Because it wasn't just being an innocent victim. They don't do that to just innocent victims. The people in RDA have done some pretty racist jokes, some pretty sexist jokes, some pretty insensitive jokes, and nobody is DDoSing us or coming after us in the way they came after you. What did you do? You had to do something.
I partnered up with the most hated person over there.
Okay, so we need to look into their history and how much you played a role in. Because I feel like you're going to tell me a story that you were just a passive participant, but I feel like if we actually looked into the history of it, you were like, Dr. Evil's sidekick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were in there doing some hated. So he was just doing the hateful stuff and you were just doing the honest stuff with him? Is that what's going on? You know what I'm saying, HB? Like, come on, sweetie, don't bullshit.
If you want, I can bring this person up. I think I can bring him on here. He's a prank caller from the UK. He can probably tell the story.
We did good, host. We did good.
All right. Yeah.
He can tell the story. I was partnering up. He was like the Jimmernam of the prank callers, and he's not an angel either.
You were just playing video games with the kids. You didn't know what he was doing in the Discord. You were just all about the video games. I get it. I've heard it before.
So you said he's no angel either.
No.
Meaning you're not either. So you're guilty as well, is what you're saying.
Maybe guilty by association.
Interesting.
But listen, this guy, and I'm still cool with him. That's why I could bring him on. But him and the people from White's Discord over there, they hate each other. They hate each other, and they dox each other. They call each other's wives and parents and this and that. And I'm cool with that person, and that made me guilty by association. And I was streaming one day, and they fucked with my internet. My internet went out. I could not even go for an hour on the internet. That's called DDoSing. When they have your IP address and they can fuck with your internet.
How do you find out when somebody does that to you?
The internet goes out. You cannot do anything.
No, I mean, like, how do you know that your internet didn't just go out?
Out sometimes for an hour.
That's the part.
No. That happened a couple times during my streams, and they spammed they had like bots. They have a hacker in there that they know, and he made a bot, troll account after troll account coming in my chat room and spamming with my real name and stuff. That's what went really on. My real name was posted in chats over and over and over again. And I could not go ahead because on that other platform, you had no moderators. You have to manually erase every single comment. So there was like a bot, and it posted my name over and over and over and over in the chat. That's why I had to stop streaming for a while, but I can still go back and stream. My account is still over there in that different community, but I'm just not really interested on doing. If I do prank calls on YouTube, I get way more listeners. That's first off.
Do you still do that?
Why should I go? Sometimes I do.
You ever do the refrigerator joke?
No.
Get him.
You know that one?
It doesn't really work. It doesn't translate well in German.
Eine frozen, but I don't even know how to say it.
It's just I got for like a couple streams, I got fucked with my streams, but I'm still cool with that prank caller over there, and I could still do prank calls on that other platform, but I'm not interested because I'm over there. You get like 30 or 40 people in a chat, and on YouTube it's a different ball game. You get way more listeners if I do it. Plus, like I said, I'm not streaming like every week or so. I'm streaming like every 3 weeks or a month or something. I'm not consistent like that. Right now, I'm enjoying more hopping on StreamYards and talk to people.
What's the next step for German Lady? Do you have a plan? Are you going to stream more often, or what's your?
I don't know. I hope that the Corona stuff goes away, that I can go to normality and not be on the internet as much. And but I don't know. I'm not thinking about the future like that, and the internet is like not the most important thing.
Do you wish that the coronavirus would take out some of your haters?
No.
No?
I do.
No.
I do. Yeah, for sure.
No, not at all.
I pray for it sometimes.
I wish it would take out